this is hands down the easiest way to nail the most difficult part of the golf swing. This is going to be stuck in your head. Wave, roll, wave, roll. You're going to thank me later because this is possibly the best lesson that you've never had. Wave and roll, wave and roll, wave and roll. I'm Elliott, top 50 world coach. Let's get into it. 3 stages, like building a nice Victoria sponge cake, we've got to get all 3 right. Stage 1, you don't even need your golf club, right? This is the minute how you're waving. You're waving over in this direction to start the downswing. The wave is all associated with your trail arm.
And if you think what that move looks like in your golf swing, it's that over the top move to start down. That thing where we're trying so hard to get rid of, and simply you're just waving in the wrong direction. And I can't wait to show you this. Now, at the minute, you're so bothered about getting the club back to the golf ball. That's why you wave out in the direction to the ball. But as soon as you get the idea of what I'm showing you right now in this drill, waving away from the golf ball at the start of the downswing, then the club will start to shallow, then we'll get into the slot, and then we'll start to see that increase in distance and consistency I know you're after.
What I really need you to do to nail this wave is from your perspective. So look at this from the player cam perspective. We need to wave in the clockwise direction from your perspective as a player. Wave in the clockwise direction. But it's not always easy to achieve consistently, so as I said, follow all 3 stages. So what actually is our wrist doing? So the technical term is we need more ulnar deviation. That's the wave in that direction. And you're also going to see the elbow work like this too. So there's a couple of movements there. That's why I'm saying it's hard to get, but this little wave and roll makes it really simple. Now the roll aspect is all associated with what happens as we're sort of passing our hip height. I want you to feel a roll of that lead wrist. So the technical term is more flexions.
Just think of this as the 2 phases to shallowing the golf club, or just simply coming less over the top. We have to learn to shallow, but we also have to learn how to square the face. Think about this logically. I always say this to somebody. If we're swinging now more from the inside and for a right-handed golfer more to the right, if you don't learn to square the face, you're constantly, time after time, going to actually miss it further right than you are already. So the wave to the right sets the tone of the downswing, and the roll is your mechanism of starting to square that face. So hitting from the inside, squaring up the face, the target, this is how we're going to start to hit that draw.
Move to the top, boom. Wave and roll, woof, into impact. So to the top, wave and roll, move down, keep that feeling of flow. Just be associated around what this and this and this is doing. Stage 1.
So let's just put this in a little bit of an order for you. Let's break this down. So in my mind, if I was explaining this to you in the flesh right now in a lesson, I'm imagining before I even turn, I'm getting the wave in the clockwise direction. Now this wave will be happening as my arms are dropping. I then would feel as my hands get to around hip height, I would start to feel a roll. Then we're turning through. So you can sort of see here, I'm really emphasizing there is more of a drop of the arms and a wave to start the downswing. Less of a turn or less of that concept of rotation, which I know you have right now. And more of an emphasis on the lower half of your swing of that roll. What I'm trying to say to you right now, if you rotate really hard with the upper and lower part of your body, you're still going to come over the top. We have to get the sequence right. So simply feel as though your arms drop and you wave in the clockwise direction to start down. And as your hands get close to the golf ball, we start to feel that roll. Now, in reality, this will all happen so quick when you're hitting it and it'll feel so smooth, you won't realize this. And your playing partners won't even know you're using the wave and roll method. But you will. You'll have a good idea and a great idea of how to swing this club consistently.
Stage 2, we need these 2. But by the way, they could also just be golf clubs. Address your golf ball. Place one at the front of your feet and one behind your feet. Just like that. Just keep remembering, you follow this drill, you won't swing over the top. Wave and roll, wave and roll, wave and roll. Okay, stage 2 now, really quick, really easy. To the top, create some one-handed practice swings feeling you waving, and all I'm looking to do is send the shaft behind this alignment stick on the floor. Think, if I'm waving in the wrong direction, anti-clockwise from your player cam, where does it go? Look at my elbow. Disaster. Absolute disaster. So to the top, practice the wave, into impact, feel the roll. Just make 8 to 10 reps. Please, please, please get the sensation. It will feel strange, but that's normal. If it doesn't feel strange, for me, in my opinion, as a top 50 world coach, you're not doing this enough. Final bit before I even hit a shot and show you the proof in the pudding. I tell every one of my students, everyone's got a door at home, haven't they? Full window full of glass. Stand in that pain, imagine it's here. It sounds so easy, why aren't you doing it before now? To the top, both hands on. Wave, wave, clockwise from your perspective. And as we're moving into the ball now, roll, more flexion. Look at that. Everything we've been searching for, no matter if you're looking for what the wrists do with irons or driver, this is the position we are after. And often I find golfers simply don't improve, it's because they don't have the full understanding in a simple way just like this of how you move through. Wave and roll, wave and roll, wave and roll, wave and roll.
So let's just break this down. Look at the move as I'm starting down. I said to you earlier in this video, you won't even be able to tell that I'm dropping the arms and waving to the right. All you're going to see is a much more balanced golf swing. And in reality, all we're really bothered about is this golf ball going to go straighter? Is this golf ball going to go longer? Well, you can see right here, we're doing that. But let's zoom in a little further. Really watch my starting move down. I'm really emphasizing and feeling that as my arms are dropping, I'm waving to the right. This is a great point. I think you should all really think about this. Really, really think about this. Look what it's doing to that shaft. It's laying it down. It's shallowing it. Then as I'm coming into around hip height, you can see I'm starting to roll. I'm starting to have that flexion of that lead wrist, so my left wrist for a right-handed golfer, into the golf ball. That's my squaring of the face mechanism. So think, nice and logically, arms dropping, waving to the right, that's our shallow method. And squaring up the face is really being felt through flexion of that lead wrist. I really, really, really know. This is a cracker. I teach this week in, week out, and it's now time for you to bring this into your golf game and hit the drives like I know.
Whew. I'm now going to go, I mean, that's going to be going a while, that. Wow. I'm now going to go and get my driver that I've just bombed down the fairway. Wave and roll, wave and roll, wave and roll, wave and roll.